Hey, what's going on? This is another episode. Let me turn down my TV. This is another episode of the reporter vlog for March 27th, 2024 on a Wednesday afternoon. Pretty much the second episode, 2-in-1 style. Pretty much story dumping as pretty much doing because these stories been on my Facebook page for quite some time now. So, no use of erasing them. Just pitching them to the public. So that's pretty much the case. First episode and the second, as far as of the second 2-in-1 episode, somebody's had to lose their mind and call in four bomb threats to four Louisville schools. Uh, JCPS police calling it a nationwide swatting situation. That's what pretty much it is. It's I guess I don't know if it's a holiday or whatever, some sick minded holiday where somebody decides to pick out four random schools to make fake bomb threats to. It's but let me read the story. So they're doing a lot of commentating on top of the story. The story speaks for itself. Of course, to give my credits, this story is brought to you by WLKY. Uh, Published on March 20th, 2024. I guess it's 6:28 p.m. Uh, Porter Lauren Adams. I guess a cameraman called Corhan Powell. Okay, let's get right into it. It was a terrifying start to at several JCPS schools Wednesday morning, uh, just after 7:30 a.m. And within a matter of minutes, bomb threats were called into four schools. We just kept getting them. The school got one. Then this little school now has a bomb threat, and it was pretty quick. Caroline Callahan, the district chief of communication, told WLKY. First call was to Ballard, the high school, and because of the school day had not yet started, buses diverted students to the football field. Threats were also called to Westport Middle School, Wilder Elementary, and Atherton. Callahan said the district's police force worked with the FBI and Homeland Security to determine it was a hoax. From what JCPS police tells us, this was a nationwide swatting incident that affected schools and maybe other organizations across the country. Swatting is defined as the action or practicing of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of large number of armed police officers to a particular location. Let's repeat that paragraph again. Swatting is defined as the action of or practice, of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of large number of armed police officers to a particular location. Callahan called the situation frustrating, said the threats translated in a loss of instructional time and stress. It's just another thing our students and staff had to deal with, uh, had to go through, and it's very unnecessary. I guess the key word unnecessary. Uh, Sometimes you wonder what people think, young people or whoever may have done this. What is the point? That's pretty much come to mind when you get old stories or fresh stories like this. What is the point? Are you that bored where you need cause that much chaos in the public. Geez, what is the point? What is the point? Yeah, what is the point? Yeah, that pretty much sums up his story. Four schools on a Wednesday morning, just after 7:30 a.m. Four schools. You, you knowing that them kids that you're making bomb threats to are gonna make the parents of them kids panic and whatsoever. But all you care about is making a nice prank call to get all that drama stirred up. Not caring about the circumstances, not caring about the consequences. It's all about the prank. But whoever did it, you need Jesus. You need mental evaluation. That's all it's to it. Whoever did it. Yeah, whoever did it. But that's all I got on this one. This is one of those type of stories, straight to the point. Uh, don't need to add no more commentation on this story. Off to the next one. Okay, let's find another story. Get started. Get started. With our last story dump. All right, the last story dump of the day. A year later, Greyhound travelers frustrated with temporary West Louisville bus stop. We did this once before, especially when we did this once before, not too long ago. I think sometime last year when Greyhound was still at 7th and Broadway. Because you can say this is a old backup story. Year later, Greyhound travelers frustrated with by temporary West Louisville bus stop. Of course, this story is brought to you by WRB. Crystal published March 19th, 2024. I guess updated March 20th, 2024 by Crystal Goodner. Nearly a year, nearly a year after announcing its temporary setup in the West Louisville parking lot, Greyhound is still operating in the same location with no clear move in sight. Greyhound moved its Louisville stop to a strip mall on West Broadway near 12th Street in 2023 after it sold its longtime bus station at 7th Street and Muhammad Ali Boulevard. The old building is abandoned and boarded up, but a development is in the works. Buses take up a large chunk of the shopping center parking lot. Temporary stop with just a small waiting room. Dozens of travelers wait in the parking lot on the sidewalk for buses that some passengers said arrive extremely late and never show up at all. Kristen, I guess, Potts is a musician from Indianapolis who often travels to Louisville. He said, uh, he said to most recent trips struck a bad chord. I don't know exactly what's going on here with this. Potts said one trip was delayed 2.5 hours because there was no driver. On another, his bus broke down. I'm in a strip mall and it's not that fun. So I usually hang out on the sidewalk and watch movies until the bus actually shows up. So that's what's I've been doing. I've been doing. Just waiting for the bus to show up. It's really weird, man. Pa said. Temporary setup was problematic for Greyhound neighbors like City Gear Clothing Store, which sits right next door. Employees said frustrated passengers became their problem. There's not they're not from here, so they don't know what to do. Then they can't sit in our store, so they are getting upset at us if they can't sit in our store. Said Brittany Wells, employee of City Girl. Greyhound tried to move to a permanent location on Preston Highway near the airport, but zoning issues put the brakes on that move. Now, with no permanent bus station plans in sight, Greyhound passengers wonder if the future, what the future looks like. The BRB learned that Louisville isn't the only city seeing these issues. Greyhound was sold to a European bus network, Flix Mobility, in 2021. Flix has since sold Greyhound bus stations like the one in Louisville for profit. We reached out to Flix for comment, but haven't received a spot. Wow. Cold blood exchanging and putting people giving, giving people the blues that think about coming to Louisville. um, First of all, it's some kind of bad move. Uh, you sell the Greyhound to a European company, and they end up turning around selling it for money. Like I said in the last story, it's all about the money. And also, man, I can say in this story pretty much is, yeah, I don't think too many people gonna be coming to Louisville in the near future. I can say in the near future, not too many people gonna be coming to Louisville, especially if they don't find a permanent if Greyhound doesn't find a permanent home, because this was a bad idea from the beginning. You gonna stuff your big self in a strip mall, knowing that your neighbors is not gonna put up with it, standing in the way of their business. So you're gonna stuff your big self. It's like a big dog trying to get on a small sofa. That's what it's sort of like. It's sort of like a big old Great Dane trying to get on a small sofa that's being sit on by another person. So yeah. So anyway, it's yeah, the craziness of this story. You can just see it, and can't blame City Gear because you standing in the way of their business. But like I said from the beginning, this is all gonna put a dampen on. Going to put a stop on people visiting Louisville. But welcome to Louisville. It is all it's Louisville to a nutshell. They sell the company, move it away from it's 70 Muhammad Ali, stuff it in a strip mall, so to keep it there, keep it out, move it out of the way. And they still haven't done nothing with the old site yet. It's boarded up. It's boarded up, man. And now they pretty much got I guess you said I guess you say it's still Greyhound, and they don't know what to do with it. The Greyhound company, they just don't know what to do with it. But they know what to do when the Derby time comes. They know how to make renovations to the Churchill Downs. But this spot, pretty much the most important Morton company in the whole city. The difference between the tourism, people coming to visit your city and not, they don't know what to do with it. They having trouble the where to put it at, where to put this company at. It's Greyhound company. You know, when they should have fixed up the old one and thought about making that thought about the let's put it like this, they should have moved that idea to another spot and kept Greyhound where it was. It kept Greyhound where it was. Now you got the people that are not from here, like the guy said, lost in the city. Lost in the city. That they find their way to get to an airport to go back home. That's their only choice. But welcome to Louisville. They know how to spend their money on what they want to for how's their reputation. But when it comes to things like this, they're lost. Yeah, they're gonna stuff their big self in a strip mall, in slash clothing store, and expect the city gear not to say nothing. Well. And the European company didn't even want to. They just wanted the money from the deal. That's all they wanted for. They sold they sold Greyhounds bus stations like the one in Louisville for profit, and that summed it up right there. Now no, now there's no home but for the one of the most important companies in this city. The difference between people coming to your city and are not coming to your city. And with this incident, I don't know if I can get a backup story on it. With this incident, they're not going to come to your city. Because you got strangers in a strange land sitting on the sidewalk in a strip mall, waiting for buses that might not come at all in a city they don't even know. Like I said, it's a reputation of this city. It always has been. They know how to find the money when it comes to spending on their reputation. But when it comes to something that affects the people, nowhere to be found. Money is nowhere to be found. But that's gonna do it for this one. I got a extra stage left. I gotta get started on my second job. Uh, but that's gonna do it for this one. Like I said, this is another episode of the Reporter Vlog, 2-in-1 story dump. Uh, y'all have a good one. Or will you need help? I'm gone. Let me exit stage left. Been on here long enough. I'm gone.